Welcome to my channel. Today my channel is a channel that does visual novels. I've played this game before in my previous channel, or technically not previous. I still have the channel, but I didn't do all of it. I only did like one route, so I'm gonna do the more darker route on this one in this playthrough. When you came to this world, what was your name given to you? Oh yeah, my channel's name is Visual Magic because it's I read visual novels. I am gonna go with well, because I used to do this with Shimigami Tensei. If you've seen my other channel, I named the character Buff, even though he was Guy Summers, because I could not put Winchester. So it's Buffy Summers. So we are Buffy the Vampire Slayer in here. Wonderful. Let's see where the path will take you to in this dark, unsteady world. Slaying vampires. My outstretched hand feels its way towards the source of the alarm until it finds the snooze button, and the alarm comes into a stop. I yawn, roll on my side, cling to the ball. I already snore when it sounds again. Louder this time. I groan at the thought of leaving the comfort of my cozy bed. Alright, I'm awake. Knowing I would have to skip lunch if I wasted any more time, I let out a defeated sigh and pulled myself up onto the same position to switch off the alarm. I put my phone back in the bedside table, but as hard as I try to make it casual, it takes all the energy to swing my legs over the side without falling backwards. I stop moving and allow myself a few seconds to let the day come softly into focus. Even if I can hardly keep my eyes open, my whole body feels like it's been hit by a truck. Is this what they call fatigue syndrome? I swear it's been getting harder and harder to fight off each day. It's about fighting vampires. I'm putting my hands on either side of me. I grunt as I finally push myself off the bed completely. I feel my feet still aged from the previous day's work as I stumble towards my closet, hoping the sound sleep from my eyes and almost Rebecca fashion pull on sleeveless blouse and a skirt, whatever is conveniently sliding at the top of my pile. The summer sun slides brightly through the grubby windows of my apartment, filling me with more unnecessary warmth. I close my eyes and bring my arms back behind my head, stretching. Another yawn escapes my throat as I head to the kitchen, only to be faced with the almost empty fridge. Right. I had to get rid of most of the food after the last power outage. I can't eat well. You can't eat well if you're late to paying the electricity bill. I decided to eat the chicken salad sandwich that my neighbor graciously made for me yesterday. I'm very grateful for her. She's often helped me in difficult situations that even though she doesn't have much for herself. I make a mental note to do some grocery shopping tomorrow, or maybe I should not only do that mentally, but also write it down later. The soft cracking sound around my chair remind me of the dried leaves that have been scattered all over my floor by a strong drift the other day, and the one sad result of my neglected parent. Mind you, accidentally killing is not an easy task. Oh shoot, how would I forget to water you the whole time, poor thing? Well, I throw pity glances at it. I finish my lunch, then pick up some of the leaves, thinking about reviving my plant later before rushing to get ready for another mental day at work. I step outside to the scorching sun, feeling the same heat wave that's been keeping my sleepy lethargic for the past few weeks. With scoring eyes, I look at the cloudless afternoon sky. Its bright cocktail blue stretches on forever, giving me a moment of pure serenity. I take a deep breath, enjoy the summer breeze that brings along the dry wind messing up with my hair. Such a pretty afternoon. It'd be a shame if that I have to work today. So I put up my sunglasses and wiggle my way through the heavy traffic pouring from a nearby expressway. Vehicles of all shapes, sizes, and colors pressed by, creating quite a dim, yet one could still hear the humming sound of bees darting through their air as they buzz, cooking the ice drinks from the restaurants. I turn to the next corner and get only a glimpse of the back of my coworker's car, who has just finished his morning shift before he takes off driving home to his family. My feet carry me to the building he had left, a small convenience store, where I work as a cashier. Stopping in front of the staff entrance, I look at my keys, then grab the doorknob. Ouch. Only to feel my palm spilling in pain. Damn it, not again. I wave my hand as if to shake off the burning sensation. I wish we had more trees throwing some shade in this part of the city, or a new formal entryway for the mayor, one that also makes it easier for the air conditioner to run more efficiently. Speaking of, after using the handkerchief to protect myself somewhat from the intense heat of the door, I hurry inside. I notice only a slight difference in temperature. I also took a thought crossed my mind. What if the AC is not working? I bet Ramus will use that as an excuse to go home early. Since I make my way to the break room to fetch myself a drink, I find my coworker already sitting up there, with his legs stretched up in front of me. His feet popped up in the table, and his arms resting behind his head, as if he had come to relax, not to work. As usual, he doesn't bother to look at me or greet me, and continues to ignore me until I have a glass of chilled juice in my hands. Man, I could grow a beard just waiting for you. The AC is broken. What are you gonna do about that? Well, that's Ramus, the spoiled and obnoxious son of the manager whose favorite pastime is constantly bullying me. Unfortunately, I need the money and I can't afford to complain about it too much, even though his father's pretty nice to me. Well, except his crude jokes about us marrying one day. Ramus and I are anything but a perfect match, really. Indignant at his reproachful mark, I stand next to the table, rest my free hand on my hip, and glance at him. I see the corner of his mouth curling up, and I realize he's not the least bit intimidated by me. He would be intimidated by me. I had a coworker that actually was intimidated by the smallest people in the store. Me and our coworker. You really thought we could take him on? Well, our coworker could. I had no muscle. I just knew how to just stare at him and creep him out. Get attention. Well, I'm gonna still go with. Hello to you, Ramus. Yeah, whatever. Answer my question, Buffy. Is it really that hard to show me some basic manners? You sound like my stepmom at home. If you're gonna do is tick me off today, you are on the right track. Just calm down. I'm not here to fight you. I could take you on. I name myself Buffy Summers. You know who Buffy Summers is? You sound like my... Oh. Just calm down. Oh yeah. Settings. Disable. Calm down. I'm not here to fight you. But to waste my time. No, you're wasting my time. I am perplexed at sudden anger, but it doesn't seem to be directed at me, even though he gives me a disbelieving glare. You must have another fight at home, and it wouldn't be my first time to be used as a lightning rod. Choosing to ignore his snide remarks for the moment, I pull up a chair, sit down, and take a sip of my drink. Shouldn't you keep an eye on the store? We won't have any customers yet, and none of them will stick around if the AC is not being fixed, including me. But you're gonna help me with that, right? What makes you think I would? It's your job. You can get fired. Cameras, because I thought I could treat you to some salty caramel ice cream if you do. What? I can't help but smile at the realization that my offer seemed to have taken the wind out of his sails for now. It's my first time doing something different to get his help, which I always have a tough time with. After all, Remus isn't exactly known to be a selfish Samaritan or anything like that. I mean, sure, whatever, let's go. Wait, really? Yeah, are you coming or not? The fact that this has worked has caught me off guard, and he has to call for me a second time, trying to change his mind before I finally raise from my seat to follow him. I feel kind of dumb not trying to sooner. Things could have been easier for me. Damn it. But at the same time, it's ridiculous to have the lengths I have to go through to get a little help from him. Unfortunately, he has always been like this, bossy, condescending, even bitter about past events that has been beyond his control. I noticed that he speaks more of his stepmom than his actual mother, but I figured that she might be a topic he doesn't want to discuss, so I never brought it up. Besides, I doubt trying to get to know him better would change anything about our current relationship. After changing into my work clothes and shutting off the power to the cooling system, we moved the thick ice layers and freed the coil from the dirt and dust. This time, Raymond's is doing most of the work. Okay, so that actually happened with us. Guy fixed it, air quotes, and we go over there. It was frozen solid. So me and my dad had to. He got a what do you call it? Heat thing, and heated it up so we could get the ice. And we had to go call in our AC company, and we had to get a brand new unit. They're expensive, especially when you live in Arizona. It was more pleasant. He was more pleasant to be around whenever work distracted him from me, which often led to this illusion that we got along well. Nobody would believe me whenever I complained about his bullying. People would always just laugh and tell him to go easy on me, making him do the exact opposite. Once we were done, we returned to the break room to wipe the sweat off our faces with a towel and take a moment to enjoy the cold temperature. Phew, now that we've finally taken care that's finally taken care of. Thank you, Remus. What would I ever do without you? McDirt, probably. And just like that, my fusillation about his help has gone. Anyway, he glances at the clock on the wall, then back at me. You better go back to the counter now. I'll check our inventory in the meantime. Actually, I'm gonna do one playthrough for today, and then probably do another version, because there's 2 endings. And I can just redo the other ending. I just nod and he leaves, pouring myself another glass of juice before I follow him through the door and place it down next to the cash register. There's still no customers, huh? Seems like it's gonna be a slow day. Depending on the season or the day of the week, my job can be slow, hectic, stressful, or mind-blowing, boring, and repetitive. It's also physically more demanding than some might think. Having to stand in one place all day is hard on my feet, knees, and my back. I can relate to that. Enjoying my job, though. Some of the most fun times involve chatting with the Gregors. We would laugh, catch up, tease each other. I probably know more about their lives than their neighbors or even relatives. Of course, we also have customers who treat me like something nasty in the bottom of their shoe. A couple of them would ruin my whole day. I can relate to that too. So I mostly do not get that. Because most of the time I get the actual regular customers. So it's suspected of me to base my self-worth to avoid responding back in a similar manner. Oh wait. Settings. Okay. Mia, one of our regulars, isn't the type that would say anything nice, or even remotely approachable. She often just buys her cigarettes and leaves the store as fast as she can. Amen. I remember how she got angry at me once for asking her for her ID. It was scary as hell, and to this day, I don't know how I even survived her little outburst. First of all, where I work, you have to look over 30. That's why I think it says over 30. It says under, you have to be under 30. Be over 30. But it's more, you have to look over 30. Even then, we still have to ID them because they cannot just bypass the ID. But I'd like to think that she was just having a bad day and isn't mean and kind. Vinny, another regular, is pretty quiet and on some days even a bit awkward. He often buys energy drinks and avoids eye contact while talking to me. I'm like, okay, what kind of energy drink are you getting? I would have him talking. Like drinking my G Fuel and Red Bull. Once I point out how rude I thought this kind of favor was, now he occasionally makes an effort to show me that he pays attention. I mean, I feel kind of bad about it, since how rarely he manages to smile makes me wonder how miserable his life must be. I would be able to get him to talk a lot better. I would literally just start talking about the energy drinks. The other two well-known workers are Gopher and Levi. I'm gonna say Levi. Gopher isn't much of a talker, but he's too polite to engage in some small talk. At first, I was a bit intimidated by his height and bulky stature. The wrinkles on his dark, half-moon moon below his eyes don't have to make him look a little less scary, though. He looks tired. Funnily enough, we both bonded later over the shared fear of dentists and over our love for cats. Levi is the kind of guy that gets you in a good mood as soon as he walks in the store. He's always smiling, grinning, and ready to share the latest rumors with me. Me and Remus notice a chemical smell clinging to him that makes it obvious that he is dealing with drugs. Or narcotics. I'm gonna say narcotics. It's strange to think that some of our customers might be actual criminals. I mean, depends on what side of town you are. Or city. I don't think I ever get used to the fact that I moved to a city with a high crime rate. Gang fights, robberies, assassinations. Other attacks are part of our day life here for some reason. Some people. It could be worse. It could be Sunnydale. That was just a town. I know it's a city. Was it a town or city? Sunnydale. It just has a helmet on it. It'll be fine. Even our manager has trouble spreading his business without facing the territorial issues. It's crazy, really. Luckily, the neighborhood I live in has been quite peaceful for years. However, I wouldn't be lying to say I didn't wish a little more excitement every now and then. Then to combat my boring life. I would rather have the boring life, though. Still no customers. My worried eyes wander to the open magazine that someone has left on the counter. I pick it up. Wow. I can't help but admire the beautiful young woman in the cover, who looks vaguely familiar. I might have seen her somewhere before, just remember seeing her in a different type of media. She must be a popular model or dancer. I wonder what it feels like to get noticed by someone like her. My lips twitch in self-mockery. Yeah, dream on Buffy. I finally break away from her charming smile and start flipping through the magazine until I get stuck on a page with a fun-looking personality quiz. I guess I should take it to kill some time. Okay, what should I do? Oh, my favorite color is purple, so violet. Have been blindfolded for a special surprise date. What will you see when your blindfold comes off? I don't know, because I'm the one blindfolded for the date. Terrence, you receive a gift from your that you can use to put your overall style. You open the box and find I guess it's a hairband. Let's check on the movie night. Chips. And cookies. You want to get pet. What animal would you best suit you? A pet, a cat. What are you doing? Oh, don't startle me like that. Careful. Who you were yelling at? If I was a manager, you'll be in big trouble now. As if you're not causing me enough trouble already. I mull those words as my lips curl in the pout. My eyes drift to the glass that I accidentally knocked over. Its contents drenched in the entire magazine, making the answers harder to read now. Drawing, I duck it down, grab a paper towel from the lower shelf, and use it to wipe off the counter. Then I dab the juice stains on every page. Well, that's a personality quiz? He snorts. Do you even have a personality you could speak of? Yeah, it's called Stab the Vampires. And sarcasm. I frown and glance at the quiz, instantly regretting having taken it all. And you're still using a fountain pen, huh? How old-fashioned. I don't remember why, but he seems particularly annoying. Probably because of stepmom. I'm always so tired of having to listen to this voice. Tired of not being able to enjoy things in his presence, and tired of him making me shrink every time he mocking glazes me. I'm not exaggerating here. He makes my skin crawl every time he laughs at something I've said or done. He's always laughing at me as if I were one big joke, and God knows what else he does behind my back. And yet every time, for 2 years now, I've gone through the same hellish routine with him. Why can't he stop doing that? It's like he wants to keep his iron grip around my neck and squeeze it until my head finally pops off. A small, involuntary clasp when I see the torn page. Oh, crap. I guess my dabs have been a little too aggressive, and it has nothing to do with Remus. Nope, not at all. Just throw it away already. You're not here to laze around anyway. There's plenty for you to do, even if we don't have any customers right now. You're leaving? I guess I look at the small backpack he flung over his shoulder. Are you leaving now? Not that I'm complaining. I do need a break from him, but he knows as well as I do that we're not allowed to work alone anymore. You'll be fine on your own. And the manager agrees. He pauses for a moment, pausing what to say. Not yet, but he will later on. If you say so. Don't miss me too much when I'm lounging in my hammock by the pool, sipping my cocktail. You're going to the pool party? That's not fair. Quite whining. Be grateful that I'm trusting you enough with these keys. Make sure everything's locked up and secure. You know the drill. You call me later and to check up on you. I grumble to myself. Alright, take care, Remus. The storm bell chimes as he pushes the door open, taking all the stress and tension I have felt for the last 2 hours with him. My reflection in the door brightens as soon as I hear the whir of his motorcycle, accompanied by a Latin summer song that's now playing from the store's ceiling speaker. As the sound of his engines fades in the distant rumble, I stretch my arms above my head and feel less like a violin strains, and I hum softly in my song, following some well-deserved peace and quiet. I just hope that no one causes any serious problems now that I'm alone. The headlines about gang raids targeting small shops are always on my mind when darkness falls across the city. I wonder if cashiers like me soon have to be armed or for emergencies like that. No, stop thinking about that. There's no point feeding your anxiety now. Just enjoy the music and focus on your task, Buffy. Even though the AC is running smoothly now, my dry throat craves more liquid. More cold liquid. As I leave this counter to refill my empty glass in the break room, I take a sticky magazine with me and throw it with all the herb garbage into the containers at the staff entrance. As soon as I'm back inside, the nice music is interrupted by a news report from of an unknown serial killer. A prophecy between July 3rd and August 11th, a serial killer murdered and disavowed in Kama district. At least 12 victims, only 3 of which would possibly be identified. 12 brutal killings in almost 6 weeks, and the police has neither clues or suspects. We ask you to keep your eyes and ears open and report any crimes, suspicious behavior, and safely concerns of medical emergencies. It is also recommended not to walk alone at night and to leave your workplace early to be home at a safer, reasonable time. God, this is awful. I can feel myself getting emotional as I imagine the grief the victims' families must be going through right now. As if these violent gangs wreaking havoc wasn't enough, now there's someone out there who's taking pleasure in killing innocent people. Who would do such a thing? We're gonna probably go for that route anyway, so... And how can this killer be stopped? The authorities don't seem to know what they're doing either. This is just too much. I turn off the radio, then I hear another announcer beginning to rabate the killer's methods. It sure runs down my spine as I look around the search shop, suddenly feeling very exposed by myself. I shake my head, trying to drive away the image of my own death. I wonder if Ramus has heard about this news as well. If he did, I don't think he would have left me here by myself, would he? I don't even know if Carmel District is close to where I live. I never had time to fully explore the city after moving in. My train of thought breaks into a sudden arrival of a customer, making me rush to the checkout. I only recognize one of them as a new regular. However, he's not what I would have called profitable. Quite often, he just looks around and leaves without buying anything. Even Remus finds it odd and told me to keep a close eye on him, though whenever he noticed my gaze, he seemed to feel compelled to strike up a conversation with me. Like now. Hi. He feels with his hem of his shirt and has a hard time maintaining eye contact with me. A bit unusual, but for now, I'm glad I can talk to someone that isn't Ramus. I put my best smile and greet him cheerfully. Hello, sir. It's nice to see you again. How can I help you on this beautiful day? It's really a beautiful day, isn't it, Buffy? Huh, that's new. I know I never introduced myself to him, so I guess he must have overheard my first name somewhere. Unless I put on my name tag. And really hot too. I hope you're keeping yourself hydrated. He's trying really hard to make small talk with me, isn't he? But I'm in no mean to talk about something as boring as the weather, so I tried to steer him back on topic. What brings you in here today? I want to ask, you know, maybe we could, I would like to, He shivers a stag and his utters a frustrated sigh. That's not how I practice it. Maybe I should... No. Sir, is everything alright? He chuckles. I'm such a coward. I couldn't understand him mumbling, but before I could even ask him to repeat what he said, he turns his heels and leaves the store. Well, that was weird. I'm baffled for several minutes, but decide that I should focus on their customers instead of blaming myself for a sudden escape, as I usually do. I've never seen him so shy and awkward before. He didn't even ask about our products, but I'm sure he'll return. Most likely tomorrow. After all, everyone can have a bad day. As if on cue, my gaze wanders back into the window as night falls, and I once again open loneliness. There's not much time left before my shift is over. So if we take a call, it goes for the actual safe ending, so we're gonna go for the one I should avoid reading the newspaper with the clickbaity headlines, emotional tales, and political gossip, but maybe it's more information about exactly those murders took place. I pick up the newspaper on the spot and settled into the chair in the break room. I snap open, and my attention is instantly drawn to pictures of victims I find in the crickled paper pages. The victims were not related to each other, and some of them were not even residents in the city. It seems the only good thing about the whole story is that there was no children among them. I'll say because rule 4, the kids in most horror, kids are not the victims, only teenagers. My eyes drift to the small map on the crime scenes circled. It looks like it was only happening on the other side of town, which puts my mind at ease for now. Still, I won't count on him not counting his killing spree in this neighborhood. I slam the cash register shut, lower the shutters, and activate the alarm system. Determined to close the store out an hour early today. It should be fine. We're assured that if we skipped an hour or two, we won't get any pay cuts. I'm sure the manager will forgive me if I take that decision without his permission this time. Right. I remember Ramus wanted me to check out behind me. I hurry back to the break room, not bothering to turn on the light. I finish my phone out of my bag and squirt to the bright screen, lining up my face, displaying Ramus' full name. I thought about giving him a silly nickname, but I honestly didn't want to stoop to his level. Should I answer him? Answer. I took the phone and could tell that his colorful, bouncy voice, that his buzz on alcohol, the party noise in the background, made it difficult for him to hear. But fortunately, he was short with me. I confirmed that everything was fine and I was heading home, and he had nothing to worry about. After we said goodbye, my heavy feet shuffled towards the exit and into the night. It already pitch black outside, with only the voice of horns and the engine sound rhythmically competing with each other. Despite the poorly lit lights, I catch a glimpse of the other solitary individuals, rushing in different directions. In my distance, I spot a group of 4 with one holding a bat and pointing at the vending machine. The next moment, the bat hits the machine with full force several times. The sound of the glass cracking, groaning, and eventually breaking fills the nocturnal silence. I reach for the paper spray I brought the other day, then from my bag, and hold it firmly in my hand. But on second thought, I definitely don't want to cross paths with these people. They look like they are members of a gang, and who knows what they'll do if I become the focus of their attention. I won't stand a chance against the whole group. I turn around and decide to go take a shortcut for the alley I just walked past. This is probably the dumbest thing to do. Who would choose the game? The alley itself is narrow, that I can stretch out my arms and touch the walls on their side. I feel the wind rushing through as I step into it and hear it clutching ragged paper and twirling in the air before dropping it. The flickering light revealed various buildings towering over me like a forest made of stone. Entertaining, but it could be worse. I quicken my pace as pearls of laughter ring out from behind me. The voice of the group are getting too close for my comfort now. Suddenly, a rustle comes from my leg. My shoes scrap the surface of the concrete as I come to a tot. I yelp as a surprise as the cat sprints past me, growling. I just pick up the cat. That scared the crap out of me, living crap out of me. Seriously, it's today scare Buffy to death day. No, I'll just be like, kitty. I caught my breath and move forward, fully alert, which with each step I notice the eerie silence setting in, and with that comes the feeling of being watched. I look around, and I can't spot anyone. I feel myself getting more and more nauseous and impatient. the alley goes on forever. Eventually, the path leads to a courtyard filled with pieces of junk and furniture. A sweet floral scent descends from the few balcony boxes, but it mixed with the stretch of the garbage littering in the ground. At least there's one of those velospheres. Its light is so powerful that it can withstand any storm, so I don't have to worry about it slowly going out. I startled once more as my feet hits the empty can, making me step dead in the tracks again. It bounces twice, rolling along the bumpy ground, gaining some speed and then melting into one with the darkness. My eyes perk up with the metal sound abruptly stops, possibly hitting a wall. Or someone. Or trash can. Clank. I stand back frozen, watching horror as the same can rolls back towards me, almost playfully. I force my feet into a step back, then another. My eyes train into the black mass before me, trying to make out a shape of a silhouette, or whatever is hiding there. Just like I dismissed it as just another cat, a male voice rings out, mockingly and sinister. Damn, you must have scored pretty high on those how dumb are you quizzes, eh? Now I'm watching Buffy come at me. I just punch him. You know, walking around here alone at night and meeting me. Holy cow. Holy cow, Batman. You're shaking hand. I drew the paper spray and aim at what I think is the spot where he's standing. Don't come any closer. I'm not afraid to use this. I'm not afraid to punch you. My deep chuckle skips his throat. Oh, I know that brand. It's not very effective. I sometimes use it as a flavor of for my meals. Crap. My body reacted namely into fear, screaming it at me to run as I started to sprint back in my way I came from, amazed that my legs cooperated with such ease. I certainly won't wait and see if the guy's bluffing or not, nor will I waste a single thought or whether he's infamous serial killer. If he has done this 100 times, or is his first timer. He found me, of all people, and all I could do now was to run because that literally might be no tomorrow for me. I stopped by throwing a knife that barely missed and lands. Stopped by a thrown knife that barely misses, lands right in front of me, prompting my plan to run back. Oh, nice weapon! I'll grab that knife and use it as a weapon. I dash into the one other narrow passage. Escape. I dash into the only other narrow passage available to my left, which I knew would take me further away from home and the police station. And I bet he knew that as well. Adrenaline pulses through my veins. Summer air burns in my lungs, and the only sound that goes from the walls is our shoes throwing rhythmically against the ground. My brain goes into overdrive, carrying images of all the things that could go wrong and ideas of how to possibly survive this nightmare. Grab the knife. I run around this corner, passing their apartment complex, and yell for help, hoping the residents will open the window, would hear the terror in my voice. All I can get is a ball being thrown against the wall right above my head, an angry woman's voice yelling back. Shut the hell up. People are sleeping. What the actual... Yeah! Someone's asking for help, bitch. Did you just throw a ball at me? I hear my pursuer giggling behind me. That mother... God, I wish I had the strength to strangle him. Namesake does. At least my anger at these two buttholes fueled by speed for a bit. Being trapped in a labyrinth of pitch black alleys with no help all makes me feel more alone than the sound of my own shadow breathing. But a glance over my shoulder confirms I'm not alone. I had this feeling that he wouldn't stop until he caught me, and I was dead, even if I managed to run or hide somewhere else safe. Right, time for plan B. I'm frantically feeling around for my bag and my phone. A short lasting reef washes over me when my hand finally reaches the cold metal block. I grabbed it and pushed the 2 buttons to call Ramus. Ring, ring. Come on, pick up, please. Hey, you reached my voicemail. You better leave your name, number, and a damn good reason why this conversation couldn't be done over text. Yes, if this matters of life or death, it will likely be resolved by morning. Beep. Shit, I can't believe this. Butthole. Ah. Lose my footing, then trip on, and the grip of my phone when I suddenly trip on something that smells like pickled zucchini and garlic. Caused me to fall straight into my butt. A sharp, stabbing pain shoots through my tailbone. It's getting closer. I'm on with every painful moment I make. Crap. I'm running out of time here. I need to get up. And closer. I turn around, crawling to reach my phone that landed a few feet away from me. Still hoping I could get up fast enough to make it call the police instead. Why not call the police first? Just when your fingertips are about to touch the device. Too close. I scream when he steps on my hand. And deliberately shifts his weight on the Wait, let me... I scream when he steps into my hand, deliberately shifts his weight to the left foot and keep it jammed. The pain is exhilarating. It's crushing my fingers. Okay, now I'm just disable. I struggle to get free, but to no avail. My whole body feels like what rights are attached to me now. I can barely move. Look at him with gritted teeth and fear flowing from my eyes. That's it. I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna die. What a promising start. You and I are going to have have so much fun together. The end of day 1. Thanks for playing the demo. We hope you hope you enjoyed it. Please leave the feedback in the comments and criticisms welcome as long as it's constructive. Okay. Okay, if you like my content, please subscribe, like the video, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time.